Welcome to Trading Lounge and the European indices, and starting with the DAX here. Our main focus is from wave 2 down to wave 3, or this whole impulse wave down through here. And it's a little bit tricky because if I take this top here as the top of wave 2 over here, then I would need to call this down as wave 1 and wave 2 here, and then wave 1 and wave 2, and then that would give me wave 3 down here. But if I consider this the high here, this particular little high here, then that wave 3 can be in place here. So I just want to talk about this as such. So if I go to the 4-hour chart here, and the idea would be, so this is, if I take the high from this point here, then I could look at this as wave 1 here, wave 2 here, and 5 waves down for wave 3 and wave 4, and then the drop down here is wave 5 here. And then I would be looking for, if I took the top here, and I would need to take this here just onto this low here, not this one. And I'll explain that when I go onto the intraday. But it's possible for this to rally to this 38.2% retracement level here. So what we going to look at this, it's possible for it to move to here and then move down. It's also possible for it to move up here further and then move down through to here. So yeah, when I look at this on the hourly chart, you'll see here that this move from the low up here is in 3 waves, and it's very clear on the tick chart as well. So we've got 3 waves here, we've got 3 waves here, and we've got 5 waves up here. So it's looking like an A and a B and a C wave here, just for the A wave. And this move down through here is in 3 waves. So because it's moved up here and overlapped this little structure here, then it's making it have to take this one out here to confirm it. But it's looking like all of this is an expanded flat wave A here, and then a simple wave B, and then a wave C here. So if it's going to be a wave C here, then it would probably just come back up into this space here and then move down from this point. Okay, so yeah, there's a couple of things here. Do we call this the high, or do we call this the high here? That's on our charts on our website. We've got this as wave 1 and wave 2 here, then wave 1 and 2. It would give us an extra wave here. So it's just something that we need to work through. So if I just go to the tick chart and just have a little look at this here, I might need to bring this into, just try 1,000, not quite, have to bring it into 100,000. Okay, so in this, well, first of all, you can see this move here is in 3 waves here, right? And then this one here is in 5 waves. This one here is in 3 waves. So I'm thinking that this is the actual low here, and we've got 3 waves here, 3 waves here, 5 waves here, and 3 waves here. So an A wave, a B wave, and a C wave, just for the A wave here, down for the B wave, and then up for the C wave. The C wave here will be in 5 waves as well. In this instance here, I can see that we've got wave 1, an A and a B and a C for wave 2 here, or we could even look at this as, no, I've got it right, an A and a B and a C here. So basically we've got 1, A, B, C for 2 here, because the C wave that's moving up here will be in 5 waves. And we're looking at all of this as a 3rd wave. So there can be another couple of highs yet, because I kind of expect it to come back up at minimum to this space here as such. When it takes out this top here, then we know that the count is correct. I can't do it from this one, but taking this top out here would do that. The other point here too is that from this high here to this low here, the 50-60% retracement level here is going to, well, it's pretty obvious anyway, because all this consideration in here, there'd be a lot of volume in there, and that would need to resolve itself, and it will mirror itself over here as it's mirrored itself here, here, and here. So just be mindful about going long in here because it will get quite choppy within here. Yeah, so but I am thinking 5 waves up here. So there'll be a top of wave 3 and 4 in here, and then a wave 5 up here to top out here. But it is possible the 38.2% retracement level is just above the 11,800 here. So, but yeah, let's just sort of see how we go. Kind of more interested in shorting these markets than anything else. The Netherlands is much the same as well, same but different here. But in this count here, the tops play its role here as well. If I take this top here, I've got 1 ABC for 2, 3, 4, and 5 here, and then we're looking. But either way, whichever way I look at all of this, we're looking at a wave 4 correction here bouncing. It's just a matter of what degree that's in here. So with this one here, just on the hourly chart here, sorry, I need to talk about these things. So we can see that it's the same here as well. We've got this corrective wave up here, this corrective wave here, but in this case I'm putting it on this low here. And then looking at this is the A, the B, and the C here. But it could certainly go here if you've got that in play there. There's nothing wrong with that. That's fine too. But in this case here, wave C here, we would also be looking at 5 waves here. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. So it can finish around these tops here, but and then move down here. But this is the 38.2% retracement level based on this particular low here. So yeah, I mean, even once we've got these in play here, let's just say that we get 5 waves up here for wave C, then we'd also be looking for 5 waves down and then 3 waves back up and then down, so that we can look to short under there, and it will be brought down to the 11,500 at that point. The FTSE is the same, same but different. They're all pretty much the same on the intraday basis as well. So I've got 2 counts for here. I mean, in this case here, it's quite clear here that that's not the top. This is the top here in this case. And then we've got a clear 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 here. So looking for the 38.2% retracement level, which is 7,165 here. So that's where that can come up to. But I'm also thinking too that just looking at this particular pattern here, it may not come all the way up to here as well. So it may, there's 2 counts here. One comes up to here and down. One just comes to the previous highs here and down, because I want to count 5 waves up in this little move here. So if I just go to the hourly chart and look at that, this is how I've got this here with a little A, B, and C wave coming back into this space here and then dropping down, and then another 4. This is the other count that I've got for the FTSE here. But basically all this is doing is just bouncing along the 7,000 here, and the resistances are up here. So we can look to short up in these spaces. We just need to get this, wait for these to move out. And it's probably also good to have a look at the S&P 500, because basically all these markets are in fear mode. And when they're in fear mode, they're all working together. They're all pretty much doing the same thing on an intraday basis. So keep an eye on the S&P as well, even if you don't trade it. And if you just trade the European markets or even the Asian markets, will be the same as well here. You can see in this case here, from this wave 4 here, I can look at this as wave 1 and 2 here, and the third wave in here, 4th, but I only end up with 3 waves coming down in the 5th wave here in this case. So it's possible that this wave 5 of 3 can be sitting over here as well, and this would be the A, the B, and the C here for the A wave, the B wave. It's a bit complex within all of this, but we're expecting that with these wave 4s in all of these markets, and this would also move through to Italy as well here. So on Italy, it's clear that we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down here, and then we've got the wave 2 here, and then I'm considering all this third wave down into this space. We're also working through a 4th wave here. So on the hourly chart here, just to drill in here a little bit, This is my account here. So from wave 2 here, I've got wave 1 and 2, all the way down for 3 and 4 here. And in this case, I'm looking at 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 here. Then the A wave, the B wave here, and the C wave here, and then down. You know, this may also, when I'm looking at this, I could count this down as 1 and 2 here, and 3 here, and back for 4 here, and then wave 5 here, coming down and finishing, and then having a correction. But I've lined it up with the other European markets. So yeah, one of the things you can look at here is that this number here, the 19,300, if you can see that as a really nice tested support here, as a classic trading levels pattern, and then you've got the first high above the level and you see that breach, then you know you're going to be going up to the next number at 5 here. But we're still in the bear trend moving to the downside here. All right, just short and sweet. So just recapping all of that for all of these markets, we're expecting the first half of the session, or the whole session, in this being the European markets, the US markets, I was looking at being bullish in the first half of the session and bearish in the second half of the session. But in this case here with the European markets, we could be bullish all the way into the second half of the second session as well. Alrighty, cheers.